A building that first hosted football way back in 1966 as EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Oakland Raiders. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Down, 185.
Mike is 59, Mike to 59. Crunch time, defense. Check three, check three. Joker, 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 joker. Watch twist, watch twist.
Now a first carry for Isaiah Crowell. Quick feet by Crowell. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
Let's go, let's do this.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
Check 50, check 50.
Hey, 734.
They'll run with Crowell. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The previous run good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
I got you, I got you, I got you, I got you.
Now a carry for Jacobs. And bulldozing his way through. 23 yards the pickup there.
Our eyes and attention are on the fullback. Big-time carry, big yardage. But how about the guys up front, the offensive line? A lot of people think they may have to block it differently for the fullback to get big yardage. They really don't. Because he's big, strong, and powerful, a lot of times he makes his own way. They may not have to block as hard.
So a first and 10 now in Denver territory. Down at the 33.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
White Monday down.
Now it's Crowell running right. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Monday down. New 80.
Check, 59. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
On second down, here's Crowell. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards there, first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
All runs on this drive so far. It's first and 10.
Out time, let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Later 2.
Check, crunch, crunch, crunch. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Slam, slam, slam. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming.
Deuce right, Chief.
This is Crowell. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, we're good, we're good. 180.
We got 3, we got 3.
Now they'll throw with Carr. Man open left side, it's Williams. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball. 36, 36. Kill, 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 kill. Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno.
That's it.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
1st down and goal to go.
Down. You 180.
Hey, let's calm down.
White Monday, down.
Come with you. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Express.
He's moving, boys, he's moving. Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. Stay with me.
They'll try and run for it with Crowell. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, baby, that's what I'm
No
talking
gain
about.
on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
Down.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
I got him, I got him. Back, back, back.
734.
51's to Mike. 51.
Hey, Alpha.
I got it. 51's Mike. Mike's 51.
That's it.
Now Carr. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the 1st quarter.
Too many ones in this play. 1st quarter, 1st drive, 1st interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
There you go. 180.
98's to Mike. It's out top.
Hey, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. This one complete to the running back, Chase Edmonds.
Let's go.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down.
There you go.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
There you go.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
Here's Prescott, eluding the pressure right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down. We're scoreless after one. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. They're facing a tough spot, 3rd and 8 here to start things out.
You ain't going nowhere.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And Davis has it over the middle. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. On 4th down, on is the punter, Colby Wadman. Back deep, Antonio Brown. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Down. Blue 80.
We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist.
93.
Mike, check. 59.
What's up?
Throwing his car on 3rd down. It finds Crabtree for the completion. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First catch of the game for Crabtree. It's a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, we're good. 180.
On the run, it's Crowell. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
185.
Check, 59. Hey, watch the slant. Hey, switch gears.
On 2nd down, Crowell. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
59, Mike the 59. Here we go, D. Here I come.
637.
Mike 59.
Carr gonna throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10. Crowell. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
What down? 180.
59. Bring it.
Two minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half.
Let's go.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Now a play fake. Carr. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
You see me out here?
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A first run for the backup, Abdullah. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a 2nd straight loss. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Kill.
Watch 98. Watch 98.
Go. Get out there.
Right there. There you go. Watch 98. 98 to Mike. Watch the run.
We're going to 53.
Here's Prescott. He's got man-to-man. It's Sutton that's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
There we go. Hey,
let's get in that hole.
Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Markel Lee. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
Kill.
Rush in.
To try again after the sack. Prescott. His throw caught at about the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Here we go.
Squeeze, double.
Hey, kill.
Prescott to throw it. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. Cortland Sutton, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott rolling to his right. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 42-yard line.
There we go.
Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
On 2nd and 12, Prescott. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. That's caught at the 25. 33 yards that time.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. To throw is Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Corey Davis, his second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
We go work.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
3 yards on that last run. So here is 2nd and 7 from the 28. And now this pass brought in by Brown. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Throwing on first down is Carr. This is Crowell on the catch. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. On play action, it's Carr. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down. Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Hey, we got to get this stop here.
Shotgun now for Carr. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Check, butt set. Check, butt.
Now Prescott. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Tight end's right.
47.
Hey. Mike 52. It's our field. It's our
Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. 180.
52. Boy, 52. You remember me? Let's go.
26.
Prescott from the gun. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Former Buckeye first-rounder Garyon Conley there to knock that away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
26.
They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And this is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position.
Down. 180.
Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go.
282.
Carr now on 1st down.
It's just me and you.
Over the middle here to Brown. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider 1st down. Carr now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
That's up.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Later one. You're mine.
Hey, they're scared.
To throw is Carr. That's complete to Richard, the running back. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. It's picked up by the Broncos. And, partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but, man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been at a lot of practices, it's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling, maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals as well and make that a better play.
Prescott now after the fumble recovery. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, kill.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And the Raiders have got him. Maurice Hurst gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Here I come. Where's 52?
Here we go. 46.
52's the mic. Watch the run. 52's the mic right here, over there. Right?
Gun.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
26.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He's got his tight end Fant. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. It'll be first and goal when we come back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Prescott now. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
180. What's up?
From the 25 on second down, Carr. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. That one good for 26 and a first down. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Carr now on first down. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Come on now, let's go.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Express.
From the gun, it's Carr. He'll find his running back here, Richard. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 10 more there and another first down.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
What down? 180.
51. Quit talking about it.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board.
And I'm curious on the defensive side if they stay aggressive, because you know they want to pitch this shutout. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Doug Martin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders get a score closer. Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again. They go to the big man. Second time he gets it done.
Almost as if they were feeling like he was establishing a rhythm. Give it to him again and again, and how about the end result? Finishes it off in the end zone.
Touchdown, great run, and the score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. That one goes for 24 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10.
53's the mic.
Go, get out there, get out there.
I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine.
Here's Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch.
Here we go.
Check 53's mine.
Here we go, 40, 26.
To throw again on second down. Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end. And it's 3rd down.
Here we go. 480.
Mike, number 50.
Sweat, hey.
Watch the run. 53's the mic. 53. Check 53.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning the
26.
Prescott yet again. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Prescott to throw on 4th. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Chase Edmonds, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Carr will try it again on second down. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. From the gun, Carr. Man open left side is Brown. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards, the final tally.
Check, check. Check, 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 check. Shit.
On first down, Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Back to the air on second down. It's Carr. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game film from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. Carr going to go on 4th down. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
All day, any day.
He will find Davis on the left side, complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
At the 33-yard line.
Here we go.
53, Mike.
Tighten up, tighten up.
Throwing here, Prescott. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off here, the 32. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And this is caught. Crabtree, touchdown Raiders. Michael Crabtree, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Zerline good with a PAT, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
We play to win. Let's go.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It's still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough. And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Strong left. Strong left.
Well, Prescott here to throw. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. The Broncos on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16.
We're going to 54. Bang, bang, bang.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's going to air one out. They've got his man complete. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Denver, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they'll have another road date next week with the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Oakland, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.